to the cover of this book. It was a book of music journalism, really. It was my take on 30 of my favourite New Zealand songs. And I got to go on Kim Hill and do that thing she used to do, maybe she still does it, called Playing Favourites, where you do quite a big, long, rambling interview. Me, big, long and rambling, how could you believe that? Anyway, I was talking to Kim Hill, and it was slightly nerve-wracking, and in fact the nerves built up the night before at the book launch for my other book, and I'm going to read you a poem about that. It's called Name Drop. What a cock. It's actually a really clever title, but you've got to wait till the end because it's 2 puns. The night we launched the book, we went out for a bit of a feed after and more drinks. Not too many, mind. I had a big interview the next day, and a mate of mine with experience talking to camera and interviewing everyone told me I really needed to get my beauty sleep, despite having the perfect face for radio. It's only Kim Hill, I said in return. The table laughed. Well, all that were sat at it. And then someone panicked a bit on my behalf. Oh no, what if she fucking just goes at you? I'm talking about a book, I said, calm, never ever cool, but fairly collected. It's not like I'm on here to defend fracking. More a case of talking up Pink Frost. Easy, right? At any rate, that was my last drink, and it was time to call time on the night. Up early-ish, and off to the station, I met Kim Hill. She was nice, polite. She bounded around from the desk to shake my hand. Eye contact, warm, friendly, inviting. I'd figured she might have been hermetically sealed. It was fine. We talked about the book and some songs, and they played bits of music, and there was one bit where she had a go at me for being mean about bands, but they were shit bands, and that's pretty much what I said. Did Kim Hill really want to be the one to defend 660? I didn't think so. And then, at the end of the interview, just as the off-air light went on, or the on-air light went off, and we were thumbing through music bios and talking about the then new books by Pete Townsend and Keith Richards, and one about Mick Jagger, another about someone else, I forget now. But just then, just like that, Kim Hill, winner of International Broadcaster Awards, said simply, as if a full sentence, answer and question, problem and solution, Mick Jagger's cock. It hung there, the words, I mean. Is it a large one, her famous eyebrow arched, or is it quite small? I wished I'd known how to defend fracking all of a sudden. I said, there's a couple of schools of thought on that one, according to the books. I had to let that hang there. I couldn't summon the strength to ask Kim Hill what she thought. She told me anyway. She said, Pete Townsend was rather impressed, and the other eyebrow this time did the little dance. It shimmied in time with the rise of her inflection. But Keith Richards, not so. The eyebrow drooped. It was almost as if I could see the words doing a little pirouette as they left her mouth. A bow, a curtsy to follow. The hardest part, and you'll pardon that pun, was Mick Jagger's cough. The rest of the interview had been easy, which is what I said when I texted my told you so to Paddy Gower straight after. So yeah, look, I do a lot of, thank you. You don't have to clap. You didn't come here for me. This has all just been thrust on you. You know what's weird about this? Jamie told me about this 3 minutes before he introduced me. I just happened to carry a book. I feel like I should read you, I know I'm milking it, but I feel like I should read you a Hawke's Bay poem, because I've got a few in here. And if I read too many Hawke's Bay poems, I don't obviously have enough to be in the Hawke's Bay Writers and Readers Festival at the upcoming Arts Festival. I don't have quite enough for that, because we did pitch. But that's cool. I get to be here. I wondered if you wanted to hear a Hawke's Bay poem about bungee jumping, or a Hawke's Bay poem about Eric Clapton. Did somebody go to Eric Clapton at the Mission? Yeah? So there were some fucking jerks there. They're not here because you guys like good music, and I looking around, I don't remember any of you, but I was at that. And I was that in an official capacity actually as a music reviewer for the Dominion Post back before Robbie Williams cancelled me, and you can read about that in this book. But anyway, I was there, and this is about that. It's the second time I'd seen Eric Clapton in concert, and I wrote a poem about it. It's called That Second Eric Clapton Concert I Went To. It is. We were at an Eric Clapton concert, i.e. a white room. None more white when it comes to the blues. And there was a bit of argy-bargy going on. Some dude was pushing another dude. And then my dad got all up in the grill of someone, chest puffed out, and I'd never seen that before, so I had to join in too. I was worried about the old man. Didn't want to see him go down like that. Sconed in the face, clocked while old Slowhand was playing Wonderful Tonight. So next thing, I'm up in the face of the guy. Don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm there to protect the old man, to see if I can let my size suggest I might have packed a fight. But I've never thrown a punch, and by any look at me, I'm far better at packing a lunch. Anyway, the gig was a fucking blinder, and how the hell did that happen? Eric Clapton gave it all away in about 1970, or at least 72. He phoned it in for years, fucking years, absolutely years. He got good again for a bit in about 1990, which was the first time me and the old man found ourselves at an Eric Clapton show. But this was nearly 20 years on from then, and old Slowhand was very nearly old sock, and most certainly old hat. And then, when anyone least expected it, a vital show. 5 songs from the bloody Layla album, his final triumph. So this was a good save, and I put it down to the clean shave. No neck beard, just a few cum-faced guitar solos. And he was the 3rd best acts on stage at his own show that night. Derek Trucks and Doyle Bramwell owned the show. Just like my dad reckons he owned the guy who was going to own the guy over some white blues matter, some drunken dumb natter. And I stepped up because I thought I'd give misguided arrogance a go, as you can now see. And it's a shame to now place this as any kind of boast, but I play the elegant bluff like it's my own final passage from Layla. Further on up the road, as the people filed out from the clinic, they were sad not to have heard Tears in Heaven. These heathen cunt losers, these jerks, these sopping, sodden fucks. None of you guys, obviously. My dad was basically shadowboxing, punch drunk, owning the streets, planning a song in his head, his own blues swimming in the red. That's my poem about the mission. Thank you. I've got one poem from this book is going to be on one of those huge posters that Phantom Bill stickers do. They are so kind to artists, and they emailed me today and said, we're going to put one of your poems on a giant big poster. And since I started with a poem about criticism, I'll finish with one, and this is the shortest poem in the book. And you guys have been amazing listening to my garbage. This is called Real Talk. No one ever built a statue in honour of a critic, but only because they knew it could never be good enough.